I always say that when insulin levels are too high, I use the acronym CHAOS. What does that CHAOS mean? When people have elevated levels of insulin because they overconsume, 115, 120 pounds a year of sugar, and then on top of that eat all the other carbohydrates, the other refined carbohydrates and sucrose and fructose, and by the time you're done, your insulin levels are spiking all the time. Ultimately, that constant elevation in insulin in your body is going to lead to coronary artery disease, and if you're not careful, you're going to have a heart attack or a stroke. You're going to have elevated levels of triglycerides, elevated levels of bad cholesterol, low levels of good cholesterol. Your endothelial function of your arteries is going to be disrupted. Your blood pressure is going to go through the ceiling. You're going to wind up with adult onset diabetes, type 2 diabetes. You're going to wind up with a lot of belly fat, that visceral adipose tissue, that obesity. Now here comes that inflammation because that obesity, that fat tissue, is loaded with all sorts of pro-inflammatory substances, including things like estrogen, including more insulin, including angiotensin, which spikes your blood pressure. And then the S in this acronym stands for stroke. If you're not careful, you're going to have a stroke. So you're absolutely right. Elevated insulin leads to chaos.